There's
They're the
people who will
voice
go up to
trollers.
you. Oh yeah, I've ran into people like that. Oh my god, it's so confusing.
Oh my god, I
If
love the
there's
voice trollers. I am the
there's just
voice
someone
troller.
in a
Okay.
hat that in like woman voices, just like,
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
switch out from man to female. Confusing.
So confusing.
Yeah.
I can do a high pitched voice, but I cannot do a
I
female
want to hear
voice.
that. I want to hear that. I want to hear that. Please, please.
I just realized like what I was doing was bad. Like I would always like karma's a really big thing. I would always play this game and I would say really bad things and stuff and I'd be like, it's just a game. How am I ever gonna get karma back for this? But I did. I did get a lot of karma back for the things that I said. And like when the things would happen, I would notice. I'd be like, it's probably because of what I was saying online. I just felt like I brought a lot of negative out towards everyone that I met online and it reflected back onto me online and in real life.
Definitely the ones who crash. I mean, the adult like crashers, you can block them too, but most of the time they come back. If you really pissed them off, they come back with alts and they try to really ruin your life.
Anywhere you go, there's always going to be trolls to find. Mostly just ignore them. Go about your day. Block them if you have to. It's what it's there for.
On this game, since I'm new, if anybody tries to troll, I just ignore them because I don't know what they're. I don't understand what's going on anyway. I'm much older. I'm old enough to be his grandfather because I'm 69. Because most people will have no idea, I guess, how old I am because they say I don't sound my age. And how old are you? Oh, okay. You're young.
Well, I mean, I've basically only been in public worlds, so that's quite usual, I could say. But mostly it's just people trying to call your attention, being quite mean, thinking that all is, you can do anything, mostly, you know? And in those times, I don't like those kind of trolling.
Yeah, I think Fear, like the virtual reality show, they made a video about that, like deciding the two sides of whether the black cat was like good or bad. And I think that also sparked a lot of people now say like they hate it just because of those videos rather than them actually going to it. And I think it's brilliant. It's created like its own subsection. The black cat's been made, what's that called? An scapegoat.
I think it's kind of fun though, just to see all the chaos. You know, sometimes you go to the black cat. Just make sure to put your shield on, because otherwise you'll get crashed in like 2 minutes. Like I have a custom shield, and it's just turn off everyone's avatar except my friends. You know, even trusted users and stuff. Like they normally have the worst avatars in my opinion. But I learned that the hard way. My GPU almost melted once. Yeah, it's crazy. I have a 3080 and it almost broke. Like it just went. The fan just kept ramping and ramping up, right? And the game wouldn't turn off, so I had to literally like just hold down the power button on my PC to turn it off.
Wait, is that actually a thing?
It's a thing, dude. People use avatars to make sure your game doesn't crash, but it gives it like, it makes sure it says not responding in Windows, right? And you can't turn it off. You can't do anything, you know? It's crazy.
What's your YouTube name? So you can probably like cut this out a little bit too. Go subscribe to Humans in VR. Okay.
What type of trolls? Because there's multiple. Because you have like the children and then you have the adults who try to troll and cause you to crash. And then you have like the e-girls / e-boys who go in like a female avatar and, you know, act like a female. And so it just depends on what you mean. You dress in like anime waifu. If you watch YouTube videos, I don't remember his name. It's like, I'm not even gonna try to say it because I don't remember, but he basically has been practicing for 5 years to sound like a female, and he sounds more feminine than I do. It's scary. So yeah, you just gotta watch out who you're talking with. I mean, if you don't care, then it's fine. It's just you gotta be mindful that like behind the screen, you don't know, you know, who you're talking to really.
I don't know. I kind of feel like I changed a little bit though. I try not to do that ever. Back when I first got this game and got on my PS4 and got online, I was doing that a lot. Mainly because I was just bored though. I feel like that's the main reason people do it, because they don't really have anything else to do. So they just start an altercation with people just to, I don't know, get the reaction, I guess. That, and I didn't really know how to talk to people either. So sometimes that's how I would talk to people. I would argue with them and then we become friends. Well, like not really argue, but just more like troll them. But like, yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Trolls are just, I don't really see, they're not fully negative at all. If a troll's coming at you with something like with a troll, and if you hit them back with another like a joke back to them, like they don't really do anything. They just really go for the people that are like serious.
I'm pretty new here for the most part, so I haven't really seen too many. If anyone ever bothers me or anybody's just annoying, I just go straight to block. Like boom, block, done.
He's better than me.
That, and I also I have my safety settings turned up, like, so avatars don't show for the most part if you're new or whatever. So I wouldn't see, like, if they have a crashing avatar, I won't even see it, and it won't crash me out anyways. Plus, I'm on PC, so it's not going to crash me out either. Most of the people that get crashed out are on Quest.
It's crazy what you can do on VR chat, especially because some people have phantom sense. Basically, your mind kind of makes mimics of sensations if you were to touch their like body, like on VR chat. Like if you were to touch like their knee or something, they would feel it. Some people have like phantom pain where they actually feel like hurt and stuff like that. I personally don't have it, so I can't like contest to like how that works or anything like that, but I do know that goes around a lot, and it can be quite scary, especially because also if people have seizures and they go in VR chat, and some people try to provoke that stuff and they can really get hurt, and then they won't stop, and there's just a bunch of toxicity if you get in with the wrong crews. Like if you go to the clubs or stuff like that, it just really depends on who you meet.
Yeah, I got a little bit more about the karma. Basically, just personal experience I've noticed when I'm online, like being a positive person, trying to bring people up, people bring me up. And it's just like, that could just be a giant coincidence, but I don't know. I'll be on, like, just the other, like, just a little, there was this girl, right? I talked to, kind of. And then I went online and I was just really positive one day. Like I brought someone up. Someone was really down. I brought him up. 5-10 minutes later, I got a text from this girl saying that she liked me and shit. And I don't know. It was just like, I was just really negative like weeks before and nothing good was happening for me. And then one day I don't know, I was in a Valorant game and I just started being hella nice. I was like, oh, it's all good because someone messed up and stuff. And I was like, it's all good. Don't worry. That's just my take on karma.
Sorry. Sorry, it's not the right time. It's not the right time to talk to them. Anyways. So I forgot what I'm gonna say, man. That's why I can't be serious in VR chat. But honestly, most of the time, the most thing I like in VR chat, yeah, like you're not stuck in rules. You're not stuck with things. People who trying to be insulting you. Most of the time, I'm not serious in VR chat. I'm surprised of myself of being serious with you right now, actually. Most of the time, no, I'm not serious. I'm just messing around with people, trolling. Obviously being knuckle all the time. And the reason why I keep using the knuckle avatar, because the people keep complaining about the knuckle avatar, and they was trolling with them all the time. That's why I love this avatar. I'll never change it.
I've never trolled anybody, but like I've seen crashers in public and stuff like that, and it's not a fun sight to see. Like it could be as innocent as a Lego man, and all it has is like this block that's just like colors, and it literally crashes you for that. You can't trust any avatar normally unless it's a public one you've seen before. Like this avatar, for instance, if you saw this avatar, you'd be like, oh yeah, it's safe. It can't just pull out something and it will instantly crash you. VR chat has come to a very steepy slope when it comes to trusting people. So, you only unblock their avatar if you know it's a safe one.
I think they should allow more for people to find like safe places for themselves and their friends. Mostly because, for example, I haven't played much, so I haven't made still many friends in VR chat. So for people like me, finding communities or groups of friends is really, really hard. And you only see the trolls, the outside area. You cannot find your safe places. So they should improve that.
It's difficult to say because I'm relatively new, but I started out because I've had this Oculus for over a year, but I hadn't played VR chat until I got COVID and I couldn't go out. So I was very much so it made me feel horrible about myself because it was like staying in bed all day and just my whole routine was messed up. And so I started playing VR chat because my friend introduced me to it and was like, hey, if you want to meet people and, actually feel like you're going outside. And so I got on VR chat and I would say it has helped a lot. Like I've met a lot of people who've been really cool, and they've honestly had the same experience with me. Like they've had bad experiences, but at the same time, they agree that it has helped with their social anxiety, especially because it's much more difficult in person to go up to someone and be like, hey, this and that, because it could come off as like socially awkward or strange to do that IRL, which is very weird. Whereas in VR chat, we're all here for the same reason, to talk to people. So it's not as much awkwardness, I would say. And it's honestly really improved my social skills, especially because at work I'm very much the quiet person. But recently I've been getting better with my social skills, and it actually has improved within these few weeks. Quite amazing.
I know a good amount of that. I was on that side once before, back when I used to play this game. Not necessarily a toxic person, but a toxic person. Like, trolls are the type of people that would just come around to people and just try to get an edge out of them. I used to be like that too. I try not to do that anymore, but I still sometimes do. Like, trolls just like to, I don't know, they just like to mess with people's feelings and make them act certain ways. Not really like funny, just like embarrassing themselves so they can laugh at you.
It just depends, circumstantial, who you meet, where you go, like the Black Cat. I mean, if you want to have fun and kind of like goof around, the Black Cat is a good way to go. Especially like I go to the Black Cat just to try and hang and make friends because I have like social anxiety, so it's kind of difficult for me to make friends. And so I came on here to, try and help with that. The one thing though is it can be an addiction for people, and you have to be mindful of that because everything can really turn into an addiction. Whereas like you kind of confuse it with reality and it just becomes your whole world, which in some cases is good if you deal with like abuse outside of, this virtual world. It's just you got to be mindful because at the end of the day, it could also ruin your life because if you stop going to work and stuff like that because of VRChat because you want to stay in and drink on VRChat and hang with friends, it can really ruin that and set you back.
Yeah. I think a lot of trolls, like typical people, like they joined VRCHAT just to be rude or this type of thing, I guess something simple, just be respectful to everyone. That's simple, but I think some people don't understand that when you join a game, you have to still be respectful.
Kindness is contagious. When you are kind, you inspire others. Be the spark. Spreading kindness merchandise available now.